Well, Lee, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. It's always great to find information from you, and you're always the voice of wisdom, in my opinion, man. When it comes to people from bodybuilding, space, fitness, and just in general, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So, I want to ask you your opinion on something. It's been the last 3 months, in the world has been kind of crazy with the quarantine, the virus scare, the police brutality now, the riots, the protests that's happening in the country, and the whole world is watching right now. How do you feel about it? What is your take on this?
Well,
The state that we're in right now.
yeah, well, man, there are several things happening at one time. We haven't quite gotten past the coronavirus, and everybody is concerned about that. As you know, in our community, bodybuilding, we've had to cancel several of our events all over the world. So we're eager and ready to get back out there, but at the same time, we want to make sure we're cautious in doing so. So I stand behind the powers that be and making sure the timing is right for the safety of all of our athletes. But I'm excited, man, to get back out there. And, one of the things that I look at is, and I've sort of been asking questions and trying to get a feel, but those of us in the health and fitness community, I haven't heard of anyone having problems with the coronavirus. And I feel that's partly due, or I would say totally due to the fact that we take care of our health. We're out exercising, working out, we're eating good. And as a result of that, we have a stronger immune system than the average person. So we're not the average person having to try to fight off a virus. So that's a big benefit to us. And I feel, particularly here in Georgia, the gyms have started opening back up. People are working out again. We haven't heard any negative reports concerning any type of surge and that sort of thing. So I feel very good about that. Very good. I have my show coming up November the 14th, the Lee Haney Games, and we're excited. And we want to give the athletes opportunities to get out and enjoy themselves and to showcase all of their hard work. So we're hoping and praying that everything is set to go. We've opened up several other things already here in Georgia. So I think everything will be ready to go come November. I'm hoping. Now, as far as what's happening out here in the atmosphere, as far as the rioting and, particularly and what it brought it about, it's a symptom of not being heard, a symptom of injustices gone undone and not being dealt with. The conversation has started, then it would stop, and it would start, then it would stop. And I think so many people here in the United States have become frustrated at the lack of follow through after seeing, our black and brown brothers die, at the hands of police officers. And let me just say, listen, I have a degree in law enforcement. There's a lot of awesome police officers out there, a lot of whom are my friends, and they put their lives on the line every day. So I have the utmost respect and love for each and every one of them. But there are some out there who lack compassion, who lack love, and frankly don't need to be a police officer. What we saw in the murder of George Floyd, these guys should never have been on the force. Matter of fact, their backgrounds, as it relates to some of the other, let's say, other items that had been brought to the attention of the departments, was saying that it should have been red flag, that they had all some negative inquiries concerning their work on the job. So that should have been looking into. So that's a tragedy in itself. It was a disservice to the community and a disservice to them. If this is not where you're supposed to be, you shouldn't be there. And they took this man's life, an innocent life was taken. And so the community has finally got fed up with it. And I think all of America and all of the world is fed up with it. And I was so proud to see our young people out there marching and saying enough is enough. And when I say young people, I'm saying black, white, yellow, all nationalities have joined together, as well as friends around the world, saying we no longer want this. We want justice and equal rights for everybody. And the very thing that America stands for, the land of the free, home of the brave, is for everybody. And so I'm hoping that going forward, that the legislative bodies would do what they are hired to do and put safeguards in place so that these type of things would no longer occur. I mean, there's going to be evil in the world. You're not going to stop evil. People are, the hearts of men is very fickle. You can't know it. It does crazy things, but at least those of us who know better and of goodwill, law-abiding citizens, we need to make sure that we come to the forefront and hold our elected officials accountable for these type of things and doing the right thing. So that's how I feel about that, and um, uh, and I've been praying a lot about this. I've had several discussions about it, and on my Facebook, I sent out several messages about it. Uh, but at the same time, you got some people who don't understand and don't see, and I understand that they don't see, because something that haven't been impacted by, you don't really know. You don't really know how it feels to be somebody uh, placed in those kind of positions. I had a talk with one of my friends yesterday, and we've known each other since I was 18 years old, but he's white and I'm black. And I mentioned to him, he was sort of questioning, well, Lee, I really haven't dealt with racism exactly, so he didn't have a full understanding of what it was. I said, well, you know, I've had the discussion with my son. If you get stopped by a policeman, make sure you have your hands right at the door so they can see it by the glass. Don't make any strange moves and that sort of thing. And I said to him, well, this is a discussion you never had to have with your son because you're white. I said, when the last time you saw a white guy get shot by a policeman, in a traffic stop, or get choked out publicly, and it's viewed for the world to see? You don't see that. So there's a lot of things that has to be intentionally dealt with and not just talked about. And I'm glad to see that the world and America is at a crossroads in making sure, I feel, for the last time, I hope for the last time, that we'll be having these type of discussions under these type of circumstances of another innocent black man or black female being murdered at the hands of those who are sworn to serve and to protect.
That's a great answer, Lee. And also the fact that you're a police officer, gives it a lot more credibility. I feel like, and your words mean so much more, because you were on that side of the force.
Yes, yes.